Super excited to be here today. Yeah, starting a business, starting a new business or growing it can be overwhelming. So you might feel stuck. You're wearing many hats running your business. You're offering a great product or service and trying to find clients. So where to get started? So today we're here for part two of our two-part marketing series. And I'm going to start off with introducing myself and sharing my story as a small business owner. I didn't become an entrepreneur myself until I was almost 40. After almost 20 years in the corporate world, I started as a virtual assistant and business consultant, working remotely with a flexible schedule, allowed me to follow my passion and still be present for my daughter. Flexible schedule sounds great on one hand, but as many of you know, there are late nights and weekends involved. In 2018, I connected with the San Luis Obispo Women Business Center and started out as a marketing and business consultant. Over the years, I supported several local entrepreneurs with starting their business, creating a sales and marketing strategy, budgeting, and staying focused on their goals. Through the Women Business Center, I also started my own small business, Scoop the Magic. Scoop the Magic is non-dairy frozen dessert or vegan ice cream. I started by selling at local farmers markets all over SLO County. The feedback from my customers kept me going. I heard over and over again, "Thank you for doing this." And when I received raving 5-star reviews from strangers, I noticed that people must really like my product. I started approaching local grocery stores and built a local network of vendors over the past 3.5 years. Every time a new store placed their first order, I was terrified it wouldn't sell. But each store sold out in the first week, and I realized I created something unique. It wasn't always easy, but it was rewarding. I went through many hoops and had several moments where I wanted to give up. I'm a solopreneur. I do everything myself. I made the ice cream, designed the packaging, made all the deliveries. So I had plans to grow and expand, but Scoop the Magic started as a side gig and still is. I still work the most hours as a virtual assistant. When the pandemic hit in 2020, I was truly grateful for several streams of income in an ever-changing environment. I'm saying this because building a business is not easy, and I wouldn't recommend giving up your 9-to-5 job until your business can fully support you. But why am I telling you so much about myself? Being an entrepreneur is not easy, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I just want you to know that I understand what you're going through. I don't have all my ducks in a row, but after gaining a lot of experience, I can support others in figuring out what matters the most for them in their businesses. Starting and running a business is overwhelming, but I truly love to support my clients in their journey. So let's get started. Today, we will discuss marketing channels. If you were not able to attend part 1 of this series, I want to give you a brief summary of our first session, because it's important to know the basics before you select your marketing channels. Marketing is a non-negotiable for any business with a desire to grow. Not all marketing techniques rely on big budgets, specialized skill sets, and many resources. There are techniques and tactics that will try impressive growth without requiring deep pockets or a big team. As a small business owner, you most likely don't have a big budget or a big team. So in our last session, we talked about establishing goals. You likely have a vision of what you want your marketing to accomplish. It might be increasing website traffic, driving phone calls, or attracting more customers. And these are all examples of common marketing goals. But as is, they're useless. Your goals need objectives. Goals are just a general idea of what you want to accomplish. Objectives are how you'll make it happen and determine you succeeded. Goals without objectives are useless. You can simply point yourself in a direction and march forward. You need a plan. So many small businesses approach marketing and wind up with decision paralysis. There's just so much you can do. It's hard to know what to do, let alone know where to start. How should you approach marketing? So before you step into attracting customers, what do we have in place? Yes, we need a clear value proposition. But what is a value proposition? Your value proposition is a short, distinct statement about how your business differs from every other big company that says they do the same thing. The USP communicates the value of your product or service to your customer, why they should purchase the said item. Value propositions show why what you offer is unique and the best among the competitors. So ask yourself first, what? What makes your business attractive? What makes you unique? What problem do you solve? It should be something that can live as a headline with a supporting sentence or a few bullet points. It should be front and center in your messaging and be the foundation by which you build all of your marketing around. It must be simple, clear, and easy to understand in 5 seconds. Then how? How does the brand aim to solve the problem? And who are we selling to? And this is known as your target market. You want to understand who they are and what motivates them. Your target market is not everyone. It is a very specific group of people that you believe will resonate best with your marketing message. It is much easier to tailor your messaging and your marketing when you know who you're talking to. Lastly, why? Why should a customer get the problem solved by your product or service? And it's not a secret that the success of a business depends on having customers. And in order to have customers, you need to find them and you have to know them. If you're marketing without really knowing customers, let's stop. We talked about customer segmentation and finding your ideal customer. We can use Scoop the Magic as an example. One segment is following a 100% plant-based diet. Others want to find a healthy alternative to traditional ice cream because they're lactose intolerant. And for others, it might be a clean treat for their children. Same product, but with customers that will all receive different messaging based on their need. So how a consumer will come to interact with your product to decide if it's right for them. And this messaging is present at every touch point, from the very first visit to your website, the interaction on an advertisement, and all the way through the decision to purchase. To persuade a customer to buy, you must communicate your value effectively, and you do this through strategic messaging. One of the main attributes of strategic messaging is consistency. The best messaging is always simple and consistent. We also talked about the importance about telling good, convincing stories. Storytelling captures people's attention and motivates them to take action. People buy on emotion and then justify it with facts. And to be clear, avoid fancy words and use more conventional language. Also, be obvious. Don't assume that your audience understands terms that you use in your communication. Use obvious words or define ones that aren't so obvious. Understand your audience, tell a great story, and be authentic. Marketing is about the entire journey. It's about how a consumer feels while engaging with your product or service, how convincing your solution to their problem is, and how pleasant you make the experience, and so on. You want a marketing strategy that covers every touch point. So the marketing channels are your path to the customer, and it's how you'll communicate the existence of what you're selling and pick the channels that your customer segments are spending the most time with. There are so many marketing channels to choose from. It can be overwhelming. Where to start and how to narrow down the list. Between email, print, online sales, and social media, just to name a handful, your options are nearly infinite. So please note, it's impossible to be active in every marketing channel. You have to select the ones that make the most sense for your business. And in order to do that, you'll need to understand the platforms that you have access to and how they might benefit you. And what's going to work for you is really highly dependent on your audience. You'll need to go where your customer is and also where it makes sense to be active as a brand. It can be tempting to pursue a channel simply because it's popular. Don't overinvest in any channel that isn't the right fit for your consumer or what you are selling. Make an investment into exploring channels that are available to you. If they're new and foreign, well, join as an observer and follow other brands. Treat it like moving to a new town. Above all, invest in channels where your message lands with the right audience, where they're most likely going to be engaging with it. Marketing channels are how you distribute your message and your goal, especially in small business marketing. So you identify which marketing channels should belong on your list and which ones you just can't accommodate. So to decide which channels are worth your time, start by asking yourself, what do you want your marketing effort to accomplish? Now, after you identify what you want to accomplish, ask yourself, where does your target market turn for information? From here, identify what information you need to send and how quickly you need to send it. If you have a weekly special that you're promoting, you don't want to advertise in a monthly magazine. If you want to show your product in action, then you might want to use YouTube. From there, you need to figure out where you're going to start. And to do that, I like to evaluate each idea based on the effort required to build out the channel and the value in doing so. So once you know what marketing channels you're investing in, you need to develop marketing campaigns. Campaigns are the collection of all the activities and messaging needed to move the buyer through the customer journey. But with small business marketing, it can feel tedious to think through creating campaigns. For starters, let's simplify. Less is truly more. The more information that you try to pack into your campaigns, excuse me, the less attention they often receive. Let's say you're putting a flyer together. Well, don't pack it full of words. Highlight enough information to make the viewer curious, and then leave them with like a website link or a QR code to visit that captures all the remaining information. We often want to make sure the prospective customer knows everything about our product or service. And in an ideal world, we would have their undivided attention and we could walk them through each aspect of our value proposition. But the truth is, we don't have that luxury. You cannot succeed by saturating the creative. So be concise with your words. Once you made the sale, stop talking. There's no reason to continue your messaging and your campaigns beyond what is absolutely necessary. When you develop any advertisement or campaign, protect the brand. Everything you do must be on brand. Grab attention. You must stand out from all the noise. Show the value. You want to demonstrate or state the value proposition in a clear way. Invoke action. Give the consumer a reason and language that inspires them to take action. And then affirm action. You want to make sure they feel like they've made the right choice. So if I was creating an advertisement for a newspaper, I would start by protecting the brand. This means I'll make sure the logo is clearly displayed. that it's not obscured, and that the placement of the advertisement will not be near anything controversial. Then I'll find a way to grab attention. With a newspaper ad, it might be a really catchy headline. And that headline should be written in my brand's tone. If the brand is cheeky, well, be cheeky. If the brand is confident, be confident. It has to be attention-grabbing and on brand. From there, make sure your value proposition is clear. As a small business, this is your differentiation factor, and it's important that you display it. And finally, make sure you have a call to action and a reason why. Maybe it's a call today and save 10%, or book now for a free consultation. Those are call to actions. Make sure there's that call to action and then the reason to take it. And then affirm that call to action. If they call, will it be a pleasant experience? At the end of the day, your goal is to create campaigns that connect the dots through the marketing funnel. It's not just one post or one email. It's an entire series that are all connected together. So let's talk about social media. It is no surprise that organizations want to use these platforms for advertising their brands, while we all spend so much time on social media. But what works for one brand won't work for another. Evaluate the use of social media, understand your landscape, and question why your consumer would be following your social media accounts. In my opinion, not every business needs Instagram or Facebook. Prioritize. Are you going to reach your ideal customer on social media? It might not be Instagram, but it could be LinkedIn if you're engaging only with organizations and businesses. You need to know who your target is, what their needs are, what social platforms they use, and how they talk and interact. Then make sure you're present on those platforms and engage in authentic conversations with your audience. Focus on engaging rather than promoting. Social media is not for a one-way communication. Of course, you can talk about your product and what you offer, but don't neglect comments and questions. Monitor the conversation, make sure to react and respond. Consumers don't follow brands to be sold nonstop. They're interested in inspiration, education, discounts, and even product insight. If you post things that matter to your audience, chances are much higher they'll comment and share. In other words, they'll engage. So, another wonderful marketing channel is event marketing. And it is bringing your brand to life and is creating a strategy to attract prospective customer to your booth. Events can take place in multiple formats, such as in-person events or online, like webinars or hybrid or both. There are a variety of options. And when you're deciding on your event strategy, like exhibiting, sponsoring, or attending, your event marketing strategy can only reach its full potential if you're attending the right event. Think about how you are looking to achieve, what you're looking to achieve, and your budget before you evaluate the event. Who is likely to attend and its theme for the year? Event marketing is a great advantage, and many of your prospects and key decision makers are all at the same place. You may be able to achieve an authentic connection at the event that might otherwise take months to build via traditional marketing or communication. Public relations is defined as the management of reputation and image. PR aims to increase awareness, improve business reputation, and builds trust. Public relation focuses on editorial content for promotional activities. In PR, we also make use of third-party endorsements and earned media to create publicity. This is different from marketing activities in the sense that marketing uses paid-for advertising to create awareness. Additionally, PR aims to share value-adding and trustworthy information as opposed to convincing a crowd to purchase a product. Advertising activities will share product-specific content such as sustainable features and capabilities, and it will enhance these efforts by sharing thought leadership stories about the creators behind the product and their vision. Press releases are the most commonly used public relation tool in campaigns. Affordable cost, reaching the target audience, add value, contribution to the branding process, and sustainability are key benefits of press releases. They also contribute to improving the recognition, reliability, image, reputation, prestige, revenues, and visibility of people, organizations, and institutions. So what's the difference between PR and a newsletter? So PR is sent to the media outlets, and the newsletter is sent to your clients and your network. You share relevant and valuable information with your network and your customers, prospects, and subscribers. Newsletters give you direct access to your audience's inbox, allowing you to share engaging content, promote sales, and drive traffic to your website. Which brings us to email marketing. Email marketing is a powerful marketing channel, a form of direct marketing as well as digital marketing that uses email to promote your business's products or service. It can help make your customer aware of your latest items or offers by integrating it into your marketing automation efforts. It can also play a pivotal role in your marketing strategy with lead generation, brand awareness, building relationships, or keeping customers engaged between purchases through different types of marketing emails. Email has become such a popular marketing tool for businesses, partly because it forces the user to take some action. An email will sit in your inbox until it's read, deleted, or archived. Email marketing can help you build a relationship with your audience while also driving traffic to your blog, social media, or anywhere else you'd like folks to visit. You can even segment your emails and target users by demographics, so you're only sending people the message they really want to see the most. So while email marketing seems kind of perfect in a way, to create prospects and grow important business relations, there are some drawbacks. So what do we have to consider with email marketing campaigns? There is spam. And it seems like our inboxes are filled with worthless information. Lose 25 pounds in 2 weeks. Click here for a big discount. We all get them and nearly instantly hit delete. In addition, we never see many of these emails because they end up in our junk or spam folder. Unless you're actively avoiding spam filters, these messages are often going straight to waste from the company that sent it. Important to consider is the size. If your email is too large, it might take a long time to load, or even not load at all. In that time it takes to download, a potential customer has just lost interest, and it's costing your business. So long emails are overwhelming as well. If you're putting too much content in it, you lose them. Nobody opens an email that has a novel reading. So be precise, have some headlines, link to your website to read more, and you automatically get also traffic to your website. So the disadvantages aside, email marketing is popular, and it means that your email isn't going to be the only one flooding users' inboxes. To stand out from the competitors, you need good copywriting, additional promotions to capture your audience attention, which is crucial. I want you to be aware of national and international email regulations. Make sure you're there to any legal requirements and applicable laws in your area where you're sending automated emails, like Canada Spam Act in the United States, and the one in the United States. For example, you have to have an unsubscribe button at the bottom of the email. You have to show your address. How important is the email subject line? It is crucial. A poor subject line can cause your email to end up in the spam folder. And if it isn't captivating, it might not even grab the reader's attention and be deleted before it was even opened. The subject line should make the reader want to open and read your email. So newsletters emails are popular, and they often highlight new products and services. They may also include articles, blogs, customer reviews. Usually there will be call to action to move the reader to do something, whether that is reading a new blog post or check out a new product on your website. But in order to send newsletters, you need emails. How do we collect emails? When I used to go to the farmer's market, I had a sign-up sheet at my booth and ask every customer or somebody who just had a sample if they would like to join my mailing list. I wouldn't spam them, I promised. And over the years, I collected many emails through that. Another option is you can have a sign-up link on your social media channel, or you can have a QR code on a poster and offer special discounts when they sign up. In my early years becoming business owners, I did a lot of local networking. And the right networking group can help you build connections and learn from like-minded individuals. Networking can be useful for growing your business, but only if you go into it with a strategy. Attend an in-person event. Networking online is useful, but the best way to build relationships is by meeting face-to-face. Look for relevant events in your industry, like conferences or trade shows, or networking groups like BNI, Chamber of Commerce, Slow Women's Network, NABO. When you join, you'll start building relationships with like-minded individuals and find opportunities through referral marketing. BNI is especially useful for service-based business owners who rely heavily on referrals. Networking is great for sharing ideas and knowledge. It's natural that networking will result in opportunities and collaboration. And it can also provide connection because being an entrepreneur or a solopreneur can be lonely. And lastly, you will increase confidence by talking about your business. Make sure you have your 30-second elevator pitch ready. Generally, we can categorize the purpose of most websites into 3 sections: awareness, sales, information. A website that represents your business will help you provide online visibility and discoverability, as well as establish or enhance brand recognition. If you have many backlinks from authorized sites to yours, this will provide credibility for your business. Yeah, building a website can be overwhelming, but you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get a website. There are simple website builders like GoDaddy, Wix, Squarespace. It really depends on what kind of website you are building. What is your goal? Do you want to have a blog, an online store? In many cases, you just need a static landing page with contact information so you can be found. It creates credibility with your customers. I believe these days, when you can be Googled and have a website, then you are existing. Of course, there are businesses that don't need a website at all, like an Instagram influencer. Let's talk about SEO, which stands for search engine optimizations, which is the process of getting traffic from free editorial or natural search results in search engines. It aims to improve your website's position in search results pages. The higher the website is listed, the more people will see it. It is not easy, but it's not rocket science either. There are simple steps and some require more research. It really depends on your marketing goal. Do you need to rank high? Who on here is struggling with building a website? Consultants that could help you through that process. Another form of a website landing page is the blog. And they represent a cheap and easy way to control the conversation. You can write about your company, your team, product launches, industry developments, events you're hosting, and so on. You control the style of your writing, and you can focus on what will appeal to your target audience. Your content is entirely under your control. You create it, you can edit it, you can manage it, you own it. But that message needs to get distributed, because you can write a blog online long, but if nobody comes to visit, then who's going to read it? You need to select the digital channels to distribute your blog, which is your message. You'll want to select the platforms that you can actively use. Ask yourself where your target audience hangs out and the channels that they are interacting with. Also, be sure to check where your competitors are active. Say they are on social media. While you can manage your business accounts within social media, you're going to have less control over the audience that interacts with you. Social networks encourage engagement and conversation. But what you lose in control, you'll gain amplification and reach of your message. Yeah, it can feel like the more spokes, the better, but remember, every spoke needs management. If you don't have the resources, it's better to stick with just a few spokes and maintain those rather than setting up your presence in many platforms and losing control over the conversation or looking as if you're no longer active. For a local business owner, customer reviews, especially those on Google, can be powerful. The reviews your business receives on Google and other review sites like Facebook or Yelp can be the difference between your business success or failure. According to Bright's local consumer review, 77% of consumers say that they always or regularly read reviews when they're looking for a local business. That's up from 60% in the previous year. Then 78% say they turn to the internet to find local business information more than once a week. So you know that online reviews matter too. But how do you go about getting more reviews on sites that you don't control? The good news is there's a lot you can do. Start asking for reviews. Ever heard the popular quote, "If you don't ask, you don't get"? There's a good reason for its popularity. It rings true for most things in life, including customer reviews. If you ask for reviews, you'll end up getting more of them. And the research backs this up. According to the Bright Local survey, 12% of consumers review every time a business asks them to, while another 23 say they left a review more than half the time when they were asked. But before we dive into ideas on how you can ask, there are a few things you can do to make it more likely that your customer will take action when you ask. Verify your profile across review sites. Make sure your profile is verified, if possible, on sites where you'll be seeking reviews. This is extremely important for Google. If you haven't verified your Google business profile, your business might not even show up on Google Maps or in Google search results. If you need help with that, again, I'm happy to schedule a one-on-one session or refer you to another consultant. If you have a business page on Facebook, make sure you go to the settings and verify it. Send customers directly to your review pages. If your customer feel they have to take too many steps to leave a review, they are more likely to put it on the back burner, which means they will never do it. You can create a link that will take your customer directly to your review page. And Google has detailed instructions for creating your link. You can also create a QR code to scan it. You can use QR code generator, which is a free page, And sharing a scannable QR code in your store or on your material creates an easy and simple way for customers to get started with their reviews. So how do we ask for reviews? Well, be creative when it comes to asking. Here are just a couple ideas. Well, first, we can ask on our website. It's a great place to ask for reviews. You can include a link on your review page in your header or in your footer. You can use an image that you can create in Canva. You can create a standalone review page on your site, or you can embed your latest reviews in your sidebar. You want positive reviews, so the timing of your request is important. To increase the chances of a positive review, choose points along the customer purchase journey when your customer are likely to be satisfied with your product or service. For example, if you're sending an email right after purchase to ask for a review, make sure there's enough time that they had to use the product. On the other hand, be careful not to wait too long. If you want to ask for a review while you're experiencing it still fresh. In addition to purchases, consider other key areas where you're likely to engage with your customers, such as during customer support interactions. Make your request for a review a standard part of the process. So if you use an automated email asking for feedback after resolution of each support ticket, include a request for a review in that email or after you resolved a customer's issue. You also want to tell your customer how long it will take, because if they think it might take so long, they won't ever do it. And they will say, I'm putting it until later. So let customers know leaving a review will only take a few minutes. Explain that the link will take them directly to the page where they can quickly rate and review your business. You can post it on social media. Since you're already interacting there with your audience, it's a good place to ask for reviews. It's also a place where you can get creative with your request. For example, you could screenshot a recent positive review and share it, and then ask your audience to share their personal experience. And tell them why. Don't be shy about telling customers why reviews matter to your business. Your most loyal customers will likely be happy to support you. You can also let them know that their review can be helpful in other ways, such as you identify areas that need to improve, or other people decide whether your business is good fit for their needs. So you see what you're doing well. You may have seen other business offering a discount or a free gift in exchange for reviews. Is this something you should do as well? Offering incentives for reviews is a gray area. Some review sites prohibit incentives entirely. Google considers incentivized reviews as fake engagement and also frowns on discouraging negative reviews or soliciting positive reviews only. Yelp prohibits incentive for reviews, and they even take their stance a step farther by prohibiting the solicitation of positive reviews. Users caught doing this may receive a review penalty. Before using incentives or soliciting reviews, be sure to research your review platform, policies, and rules. And yes, we also need to respond to reviews. According to the Bright Local survey, 89% of consumers say that they're fairly likely or highly likely to use a business that responds to all of its reviews, both negative and positive. On the flip side, 57% say they're either not very likely or not at all likely to use a business that does not respond to all the reviews. By responding, you can leverage the power of positive reviews and mitigate the effects of negative reviews. You might feel you don't need to respond to positive feedback, but a response to a positive review shows customers that you appreciate their thoughts and value their time and attention. It can help to build trust and credibility. Responding to negative reviews can even be more powerful. Business owners often feel powerless in the face of a crushingly negative review. But the ability to respond in a fair and reasonable manner gives you an opportunity to address a problem and show other customers how you manage this kind of feedback. You may even be able to convert a dissatisfied customer into a satisfied one. So then turning the interaction into a win-win situation. Customer reviews have become an essential element of small business success. With a bit time and effort, you can harness the power of reviews for your small business. So marketing channels are how you distribute your message, and your goal is to identify which marketing channels should belong on your list and which ones you just can't accommodate. And you can't and shouldn't be everywhere simultaneously. So to decide which channels are worth your time, you can use a scoring model called ICE, created by Sean Illes. He is the CEO of Growth Hacker and is widely credited with inventing the ICE score model. Ellis is an angel investor with significant experience helping to grow businesses. ICE stands for impact, confidence, and ease. The ICE methodology is, is a quick and easy way to decide which project should take priority. And it's really simple to do. When you complete the worksheet, you'll receive a score that lets you rank where to invest your time first. We shared the link to the document in the chat, and here's how this document looks like. You can also take a picture with your phone. So here's how it works. We have a simple table with 5 columns. The first column will contain the marketing idea or channels. So we decide Instagram, email marketing, event marketing. The second is a score for impact. The third, a score for confidence. And the fourth, ease. And then here will be the total score. For each idea, you're going to estimate the impact, the confidence, and the ease on a scale from 1 to 10. So for impact, you're going to be asking yourself, how much of an improvement will this marketing channel have? In other words, how significantly will it contribute to your marketing goals? Meaning 1, very low, 2 to 5, minimal impact, 6 to 8, measurable impact, 8 or 10, it will have a significant impact. And then you indicate your confidence that this impact metric is as you've guessed. So how confident are you that this will have very little impact, or B, that's a total game changer? A rule of thumb here. 0 means this is strictly a hunch. 1 to 2 is anecdotal. 3 to 4 means you'll have market data. 5 to 6, hard evidence, and anything over 7 is almost guaranteed. From here, indicate the ease. How much time and effort will it take? 0 is incredibly difficult, and 10, effortless. So from here, it's super easy. So you multiply those 3 numbers with a score, and then you organize from the highest score to lowest. This way, you can quickly determine which objectives are a priority. This process can be incredibly helpful in getting you out of analysis paralysis and helping identify where to take immediate action. One of my most favorite tools in marketing is Canva, which plays a huge role in my daily work. I use it for presentation, website, brochures, business cards, social media posts, and so on. Canva is a graphic design tool, but you don't have to be a designer to use it. Canva offers over 250,000 free templates and over 100 design types like social media posts, presentations, letters, flyers. There's a million free photos and graphics, pre-made size templates, and to make the creating size-specific content simple. So you can create a free account, which is easily done, and everything works through your web browser or your apps on the phone. A pro version with additional features and images is available as well for about $120 a year. You can upload your own images, videos to design whatever you needed for your marketing efforts. Then at the end, it's downloaded and used in your email marketing, on your website, on your social media.